What's up, keepers, and welcome back to ARS Goalkeeping. I'm Alberto, the goalkeeper coach and glove guru, and today we're going to be checking out our recently voted in #1 domestic brand of goalkeeper gloves, the one and only One Glove Company, and their gorgeous Nebula goalkeeper gloves. So first up, I gotta shout out the One Glove Co. for sending in these gloves and sponsoring this video. Now, if you remember, we had a YouTube vote just recently about which is the best domestic brand, and you guys voted in overwhelmingly for the One Glove Company, so we had to look at their brand new Nebula gloves and get a full review. Now, let's take a look at these features. The One Glove Nebula comes in a standard negative cut, which means its stitching across the fingers is done on the inside for a closer fit on that finger area. There's 4mm of professional level contact latex mixed in with a slightly extended palm. There's also a mid-split wrist strap system and an extended wrist system that the One Glove calls the speed sleeve, which is really good for when you're sliding those gloves on. And you couple this all with a neoprene body that has a rubber punching zone and some little flex cuts on the body for easier manipulation of the glove and closing your hands. Now, I love these on my previous One Glove models and in the previous Geo models that we use. This speed sleeve system is really good when it comes to fitting any size wrist. I know this especially because I have traditionally much smaller and skinnier wrists than the typical goalkeeper, but I love how these things fit and they're so customizable on their different fits. So the speed sleeve, definitely my #1 feature on this glove so far. And across the palm, we have these 4mm of contact latex, which is probably the best latex on the market when you're considering price, grip, and even durability. You really won't find a better performing latex at a cheaper price point. And that's why contact latex like this has become so popular across the glove market. And it is a time-tested latex that will always give you a solid performance in whichever weather you decide to use it on. And because of this, you can see that the One Glove tends to use contact latex even with their pros who are using these same gloves in the Premier League matches. And while these Nebulas are a negative cut glove, I did feel that it was a bit wider and longer than some of these other negative cut gloves that I love to use. It isn't that big of an issue, but I definitely did feel a bit of extra space in the pinky area with a slight bubbling effect on the palm. So there were a few times where I did feel like I had to push or pull the gloves a little bit down, but that speed slip technology, that awesome wrist entry, makes it a lot more enjoyable to just pull your gloves down than maybe having to re-strap and then pull the gloves down. And I really do enjoy how the Nebula has a much shorter and fatter thumb that is completely wrapped with contact latex for the best control on the ball possible. This is such a cool upgrade to the thumb that I do feel has had a significant change on how the ball is dealt with, especially when you're dealing with harder shots and trying to catch or get your hands around the shot. And this backhand has more than enough padding plus stopping power to comfortably parry harder bouncing shots wide. Performance-wise, the Nebulas were some of my favorite gloves to use, especially when it came to comfort of this fit, even though I do think it could be a little bit tighter. So let's take a look at our gloves after about 2 weeks of testing. Sadly, because of the corona restrictions in Germany, it is very hard for us to get a ton of field and testing time. But this is a good peek into what the contact latex can do and how it will hold up. If you have good diving technique and you don't palm the ground often, you can seriously make this contact latex last. As you see, mine don't seem to be very bothered at all. There is a bit of dirt in the palm, and that's something that you're gonna want to clean out on any pair of gloves to make the gloves last longer. Make sure that you're giving a glove, any good gloves like these, a wash within at least 2 weeks time. And to wrap this all up, the Nebula is an absolutely top of the line, gorgeous glove. As many of you voted, the One Glove is our top YouTube favorite brand for good reason. The Nebula comes from a long list of amazing goalkeeper gloves, and we even have their newest strapless One Glove variants in for review as well. So make sure to click that like and subscribe button so that you can see it coming up very soon. And for the price of about $65 US or 46 British pounds, the Nebulas just might be the best deal on the market for their price. Now don't get me wrong, they will not outperform some of our other gloves in wet or cold weather situations, but this isn't a specialist glove. It's a workhorse for all weather conditions, and it definitely lives up to the hype of the One Glove quality. So that's it, keepers. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next big review. And hopefully, with the corona restrictions lessened, more training videos. But until then, I'll see you all next week.